We are back here on League Unlock. Mark's got his SKT jacket. He's ready for Rift Rivals to get going, and we're ready to rank some of the absolutely stacked talent here between China and Korea. We're just going to go through them. No, it's a little bit of disrespect to the LMS and VCS, but I think China and Korea, the talent is just another level.
Yeah, absolutely. At this point right now, what we have seen from those regions, it would be a disservice to really just throw them in there at the bottom of the rankings completely every single time. We'll save you it. You know, it doesn't help because you it doesn't help because you still know that you are going to be at the bottom of these rankings here, but at least you don't see it, so you can kind of trick your mind a little bit.
And Mark and I also a little bit more familiar with the LPL and LCK squads. Let's start in that top lane where it's a man coming out on top that we've been talking about for a long time. It is Nuguri on Damwon. He hasn't played at an international event before, but the last 4 weeks, basically, he has been absolutely insane for Damwon and clearly the best top laner in Korea.
Nuguri is the stud heading into this one for the top lane powerhouse bounce castle matchup that we're going to be having here at this Rift Rivals. This is one of the great things here about this event is that, yes, you are throwing in some of these LPL top laners into this gauntlet that is the top lane of the LCK, where it is always a battle because there is so much skill going on up there. Right now, what you're looking at here is, yes, Nuguri, of course, at the top. We've seen him dominate right now. He is absolutely in the peak of form right now. He should be the #1 threat in this top side. But then you look at some of these names here just below him, the Shy, Zoom, and Gimgoon. These are guys right here from the LPL that are going to come through and take their chance here to prove themselves as an elite top laner. This is one of the things that we've been waiting to see from these squads, except for pretty much the Shy, who we saw last year at Worlds. These guys do need to prove themselves on a more international stage here. We have been happy with their top lane play in the LPL. Want to see it tested against some of the LCK's best.
And let's get one thing straight. The Shy in peak form is obviously far and away #1 on this list, but he has been far from that here in the summer split for IG. And he still comes in at #2, even not at his peak performance. Junglers, again, theme here is absolutely stacked in the field. Tarzan comes in at #1, but that top 3 is absolutely insane. You saw what Ning and Klid did at MSI, hard carrying the early game for both of their squads, but Tarzan continues to be the absolute rock in the jungle for Griffin.
Right, you got to talk about right there. You've got a lot of players picking up the pace for these squads from the jungler position. Tarzan, Ning, and Klid are all excellent at doing that. I think Klid is going to absolutely need to be important once again for SKT. When we have seen SKT at their best, it's when Klid is absolutely at his best, getting the rest of the squad going. Need to see that.
When he's not at his best.
Oh, it's... I don't want to be talking about that because that SKT would not be at Rift Rivals if Klid is not at his best. And then the real great thing about this position is even when you're looking at numbers 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8 pretty much all the way through, you've got some really strong players. Tian is someone that really can pick up the pace for Fun plus Phoenix, help out Doin B when he's playing some of these wacky champions in the mid lane, pick up some of these kills that he needs, get some of that gold going. And then even someone like Cuz, further down the list here, has had some stretches of some dominance here in the LCK, so I'm excited to see these junglers look to pick up a little bit of honor here, trying to make those ganks work out for their laners.
And you saw Canyon in at #5. That's a guy who, you remember all the hype around him coming out of solo queue as a solo queue god, and we're finally starting to see the mechanics that he's capable of. So excited to see pretty much all of Griffin and Damwon on an international stage finally. You know, mid lane is always going to be absolutely insane at these events, and there's no difference to that one here. And obviously, what's going to jump out and everyone's going to go insane about is Faker and Rookie in at 4 and 5.
I thought you were going to say everyone's going to go insane for Doin B at #1. I'm losing my mind over here.
That's no question right now, I think. But Faker and Rookie, here's the thing. Faker has clearly not been his best. Last week he looked good, but other than that, he has not looked good in the first 3 weeks. Neither has SKT. And Rookie, he hasn't played in multiple weeks, so you know there's going to be a bit of rust, and we really don't know what we're expecting with him. That's why he's coming in at #5.
I completely would guess at the end of this event, we'll be putting Rookie as probably the #2 or a #1 mid laner at this event. Faker, I wouldn't have that same type of confidence, even though he is ranked here at #4. You are right, we haven't seen that level of play from him exactly that you want, that you know to the name, or what you feel like should be his contribution to SKT and their strength in their matches. Hasn't been up to the par that you want to be seeing from the legend that is Faker, but hey, I threw on the old SKT style jacket here.
Believes.
I'm trying to remind your boy Faker of the time that he's doing them somersaults on the Staples stage, trying to pick up another world championship. I'm trying to bring back the good mojo for you boys.
Yeah, and I mean, you would expect guys with such international pedigrees as Faker and Rookie to definitely bounce back, but you've got to give shout-outs to Chovy and Showmaker, who have been incredible, and of course, B looking for a back-to-back MVP. I'm just going to read the champions he's played here in summer. Most played is, of course, Nautilus in the mid lane.
That should not surprise you if you know anything about B. That's not surprising.
These are he's a mid laner. Aatrox, Irelia, Renekton, Lulu, Nico, Riven, Ryze, Silas, and Kennen.
So there's maybe like 2 or 3 typical mid laners on that list, and then the rest are just champions from everywhere. Mostly the top lane, but all over champions that can flex here. B, #1 for sure, man. I've talked up this boy all the time. He's got himself on a big old billboard over in Myeongdong right now, just like a Times Square of Korea. This boy is big time superstar, and this is going to be a big time party for B and Fun Plus Phoenix.
G2's roster is perfect for this meta. B might be the perfect player for this flex pick meta that we're seeing right now. AD carries, not necessarily as stacked as the solo laners that we've seen, but I mean, you already saw what Teddy and Jackie Love did at MSI. They were both incredible. Viper might be the guy I'm most excited about on Griffin to see at an international event. Deft, I mean, he hasn't shied away from previous international events. And look who's coming back, Mark. Imp, world champion from 2014.
This is kind of the exciting thing when you do talk about this AD carry ranking list compared to the other positions and the strength that we've had, is that yes, this is more or less a 2-tier type of list here. You got 1 through 4 of these elite level AD carries that you can really expect to dish out some of that damage. And then kind of the other 4 here are guys that fall into a second category where they have done their jobs. They've been able to find the damage for their teams when they need to be, but
they're not the featured guys.
Right, they're not the featured guys, not as consistently as the top 4 guys type of situation. That is why you got to be talking about them. But hey, there is a lot to like in that top 4, man. You got Teddy, Jackie Love. You're talking about some of the best AD carries possible here. And these are guys that, hey, they're still playing a lot of the champions that they're very comfortable on right now heading into these Rift Rivals.
And Teddy, far and away the highest ranking SKT member, because even when they were struggling, it looked like he was stuck on Jin Air again. He was the consistent performer on that squad and has been pretty much the entire time since he joined this roster. So he's in at #1. When it comes to supports, his support buddy is not at #1 because there's been some changes between Mata and Effort. I'm not even entirely sure who's going to play more games for them at Rift Rivals, which seems insane. We got another FPX guy here at #1 in our boy Crisp.
Crisp has been doing some great work for Fun Plus Phoenix. He's been helping his teammates out quite a bit, really facilitating a lot of these team fights that head into the middle to late parts of some of these games that Fun Plus Phoenix finds himself in. He is one of the guys that really helps out manage these engages, keep track of things. Crisp has done a great job for that squad. And when you're looking at the rest of these supports here, going to give the shout out to #4, Baolan, stepping back in.
Baby.
This is the boy that we've been wanting back in that support position. Keep things steady while your boy Rookie was taking that time off. He's back now, and Baolan still in the lineup like IG's chances.
Yeah, he didn't really miss a beat since he came back in, so kudos to him for getting back there with his pal Jackie Love in the bottom lane. A whole lot of talent at Rift Rivals here, as it always is between China and Korea. Coming up after the break, we will do the power rankings for the squad, and is the LPL really going to complete the trifecta three-peat against Korea? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on League Unlock. Eric and Mark with you guys as we continue looking to Rift Rivals, LCK versus the LPL. We did some player rankings, and now we got to do the actual team rankings, power rankings coming into this event, and it's close between China and Korea, I think, coming into this. I mean, the 4 teams that are going are definitely varying degrees of power level, but I think there's a lot of different ways you can compare them that are similar.
Right, for pretty much both regions here, you're looking at the top 4 picks of the teams that you would be sending. There might be one substitution here or there type of situation, maybe.
RNG.
Yeah, for something like that type of thing. But when you're mostly looking at that, this is the squads that you want to be testing against one another from these type of regions. And I think that when you're looking at it, you do have a good mix of these squads that have shown you enough potential but aren't maybe in the best of form, and teams that are really in form right now, looking to put the pedal to the metal right out of the gates of Rift Rivals.
Well, you have a couple of teams that are slumping coming in, but slowly getting back on track with bigger wins in SKT and JDG. And then you got the dominant boys like Fun Plus, Phoenix, and Griffin, who come in as the top teams coming into this event. You got the streaking squad in Damwon. IG looks to be getting back on track, but they did just drop a set to JD Gaming. But I think Fun Plus, no doubt, is the strongest team coming into this. 2 games they've dropped in 7 best of series.
When you look at everything that Fun Plus Phoenix is able to do, every single play from all the lanes running through here, the way that they manage the map, the micro, the macro, Fun Plus Phoenix is absolutely not only the most exciting team to watch here at Rift Rivals, they are the most skilled right now in their performance, the way that they are able to go about things here, able to change from objective to objective and move around the map and basically toy with you here. This is what it's all about, baby. This is what it's all about. The builds, the champions that Dorian B is playing Fun Plus Phoenix. This is a squad that is at the very top here. And hey, I'm telling you right now, they're getting ready to play their first game. I want them coming out to the Mortal Kombat theme song. I want them amped up as possible here, because you better believe that you're the #1 squad here at this Rift Rivals. And I want you to be puffing out your chest, ready to fight, ready to throw down, and get action started.
I fully expect to see Dorian B screaming after their very first match on stage, because that's what he does, and that's why everybody loves him so much. How about the defending champs and the MSI representatives, not even in the top 3 for IG and SKT? Invictus have looked better throughout the majority of summer, even with Forge in over Rookie in the mid lane. SKT, I think they're starting to turn things back on, but it's only been in the last week, so that's why they are as far down as they were.
Absolutely, it has been a really rough transition back from MSI for SKT, and this is one of those situations where we had hoped that it would have been better from MSI and what we had seen kind of in that second half of it, where they did find a little bit of a quicker pace to their starts of the game, a little bit of a better understanding of the meta of the tournament, but it did not translate whatsoever into the start here of the summer split for the LCK. SKT, though, are finding some of that strength now. They are getting better performances from Khan and from Faker, which are really solidifying some things for them. Of course, when your solo laners are playing better, you're gonna get some better results here. But when you're looking on the side of IG, hey, they really weren't giving us the best of efforts, but they were holding on through. And of course, Forge was doing a great job replacing Rookie. But hey, there's only so much you can do to replace Rookie, because he is Rookie, and that is an unreplaceable player by the very sake of how good he is. He's back in the lineup. We'll wait to see how quick it takes for him to turn back on some of the magic mojo here for IG. I don't think it's going to take too long.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he is a God-given talent and has been for many years, so hopefully for IG's sake and the LPL, he's able to get back into form pretty quickly. Because you know that Rookie and Faker want to showcase that these young guns, it's still their time. Griffin and Damwon, we've talked about them, but Griffin has been so dominant. If you exclude that one loss to Sandbox, which, yes, was a loss to them, it looks like it's spring all over again. They've been completely destroying people. You know how excited these guys are for new competitions, and to get to showcase on the international stage, they're going to be fired up.
This is one of those situations where I want to do a quick little shout out here. I know that he did end up picking the MVP award, but it seems that kind of over the last little bit, Chovy hasn't really been getting some of the respect that he does deserve for the performances that he's been able to give here. I want to just give the quick reminder back to when, of course, Griffin stomped and steamrolled all over SKT. Yeah, he did great against Faker, but you remember then they subbed out Faker and put in another mid laner. Hey, you're putting in someone down the level below Chovy, he's going to absolutely eat it up, wipe the floor, and stomp in that lane here. This is going to be a player looking to make a mark at this Rift Rivals. This Griffin squad, they're hungry to make an impression on the international stage. This is the great chance that they get right away.
Yeah, you see how tough they take losses. That 5-game set to KT, getting smashed by SKT, missing out on Worlds. These guys always want to be at the pinnacle and the very top, and Rift Rivals is a good opportunity to slowly start getting towards that point, and that's a statement Damwon wants to make as well. Mark and I have talked about it a bunch. The Scrim Gods from last year's World. Well, finally, we get to see what people were talking about with these Scrims when they go up against some of these Chinese squads. They've been rolling 6 best of series in a row, and maybe the best solo lane combo.
I still can't watch this clip and like lose my mind because I just feel so bad right now looking at Ratio because I'm just like, what are you gonna do? What's an Aatrox supposed to do there? I can't land my Qs because everyone's going all over the place the entire time here. That's exactly what's going on. The level of control, it looks like there's no control, but it's all in control for Damwon. That is how good they are right now. This is the hottest team rolling through here from the LCK. This is the squad that I am excited to watch here because I feel right now this is the team that does need to prove themselves again, like a Griffin on the international level. This is what we're looking for. It's been a little bit shorter of a wait here for Damwon, say, than Griffin because we had been seeing and wanting Griffin maybe from spring of last year, even in the challenger scene. But this is it now. We're gonna get watch both of these two squads and all this young talent go through here and do their best against the LPL's finest.
And let's just say last year's Rift Rivals, Worlds 2018, when Korea was underperforming, they were still playing that slow-paced, macro, methodical style of game. You think Griffin and Damwon play that way? These guys are not afraid to smash the go button and fight you anywhere on the Rift. Much more accustomed to what we're seeing out of China as well. So this is a different LCK this year.
Different LCK. I tell you what, you better be leaving that TFT off, man. You don't got any time here because these are going to be fast.
No TFT game mode?
No TFT, man. You don't got time for that here. You got to be in your seat in that LCK arena. It's going to be hype. Rift Rivals, I'm hyped, I'm excited, I'm ready.
After the best of 5, they will have a TFT showdown, but that's all the time today for League Unlock. Eric and Mark with you guys. We will see you guys on the flippity flip.